You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
It's Monday, May 11. I'd like to share some thoughts about founders. Imagine trying to board a train that's not just speeding up, but the conductors are actively throwing off passengers who can't pay a higher fare.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what the Korean startup landscape feels like right now.
Right. So today we're diving into some recent reporting from the Seoul Economic Daily to, decode this massive market transformation. We've got capital pooling at the top, brutal new survival rules at the bottom, and like a surprising shift in how early stage ventures are getting funded.
And our mission here is to help you navigate this rapidly tightening ecosystem.
Exactly.
I mean, the overarching theme in these reports is this ruthless demand for immediate profitability. Like, look at Ellis Group. They just filed for a $1 trillion. That's $720 million listing on KOSDAQ, which is Korea's tech-heavy secondary market.
Right.
And they aren't coasting on hype at all. They actually posted a 2025 net profit of 15.7 billion won, so about $11 million.
Which is wild because, they started in AI education, right? And now they build modular data centers.
It's a huge pivot.
Yeah. I dug into how they do this. Instead of building massive server farms from scratch, they prefabricate the cooling, the power, and the server racks into these shipping container-like modules.
And then they just drop them wherever compute is needed.
Exactly. It's a highly profitable infrastructure play.
Yeah. And that profitability is the key differentiator here. Like, compare Ellis to LivsMed, which listed late last year at $1.3564 trillion, or $970 million. LivsMed had to use KOSDQ's technology special track. It's basically a loophole for unprofitable companies that claim to have high potential. But Ellis, they didn't need that crutch.
They just use the standard listing requirements.
Exactly. It proves the market is pivoting hard from, speculative AI dreams to companies generating real cash from AI infrastructure today.
So if the top of the market is demanding that kind of cash flow, the bottom must be absolutely terrifying.
Oh, they definitely are.
The reporting notes that KOSDQ regulators are aggressively hiking delisting thresholds to just flush out underperformers. By July 1st, a company's minimum market cap to stay listed jumps from 4 billion won, so $2.9 million, up to 20 billion won, which is $14 million.
That's a massive jump. And the revenue floor steps up too, right, to 10 billion won, or $7.2 million by 2029.
Right.
And they're doing this because the exchange has been bogged down by stagnant companies that just drag down overall market credibility.
For sure.
So by raising the floor, they force this filtration process. You either generate real value or you're out.
But wait, does this actually filter out bad companies? Or does it just encourage, weird financial engineering? Because I'm looking at Caspian, which is a telecom antenna firm. To survive these new revenue thresholds, they bought an acne patch maker for 2.1 billion won, or about $1.5 million.
Oh, wow.
Right. There is zero strategic synergy there. It just looks like zombification, buying random revenue streams just to keep the ticker alive.
Yeah, that's a legitimate structural flaw in the new policy. By prioritizing top-line revenue over cohesive business models, regulators might inadvertently create a marketplace of these bloated, unfocused zombies.
Yeah, it's a huge risk.
It really is a severe buyer quality risk for anyone tracking these microcaps.
So the public markets are basically a gauntlet right now. But at the early stage pipeline, the government's Ministry of SMEs and Startups just picked 130 entrants for their Everyone's Startup program.
And the demographics are super interesting.
Yeah, they totally defy the usual Seoul-centric tech bubbles. 72.3% of the founders are based outside the capital region.
Which signals this geographic decentralization of capital.
Yeah.
And it's driven by hyper-specific local problems. Consider that 33.8% of these startups focus on applied AI.
Right, so they're not building new foundation models.
Exactly. We're talking about things like Hannam University's team using AI to analyze vehicle vibration data to detect early-stage urban sinkholes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, they're solving immediate physical infrastructure issues.
Okay, let's run through 3 rapid deal-aware updates from the sources for our founders listening. First up is finance.
Right, so the UK's OakNorth Bank just posted a 330 billion won, that's $235 million profit, and Korean regulators are studying them closely.
Because they use AI credit analysis, right?
Yeah, OakNorth isn't just digitizing old banking. Their AI platform ingests massive alternative data sets, like real-time supply chain metrics and granular sector trends.
So they can approve loans that humans would flag as too risky.
Exactly, and without hiring more analysts.
Wow. Okay, next up is mobility. Hyundai Motor, which is one of Korea's massive family-controlled conglomerates or cables, signed an air taxi MOU with Korea Aerospace Industries.
Right, so Hyundai builds the powertrain and KAI builds the airframe,
Yep.
which effectively locks up the local advanced air mobility market. When two industrial titans consolidate the hardware layer like that, the window for independent mobility startups slams shut.
You either become their software supplier or you find a new industry entirely.
Pretty much.
Finally, we've got materials. The Skate Trade Agency, KOTRA, is taking Korean Sobujangso, that's materials, parts, and equipment suppliers, directly to Shenzhen to meet major Chinese battery firms.
And that's really smart. Instead of trying to outscale the Chinese giants in a price war, they're embedding Korean niche components directly into the Chinese supply chain.
Ah, like a strategic Trojan horse.
Exactly, to secure revenue while avoiding direct competition. You know, if you step back and look at this entire landscape, the era of grow at all costs is officially dead in Korea.
Yeah, it really seems that way.
But here's something for you to chew on. If the entire ecosystem optimizes exclusively for immediate, safe profitability, are we preemptively killing the messy, high-risk innovations that actually create the next generation of decacorns?
That's today's AI Prism. Founders. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Juan Efer award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.